Hello, everyone, and welcome to In the Know 360, show hosted by me, Annette, the warm hearted warrior diva. This show gives you insights on the journeys of high achieving business owners and music artists who share with the audience the importance of building a strong community of like minded individuals on the road to greater success. Today's show is a very special one. It's a collaboration between NNO 360 and Miss Lakeisha Lemons from Frost Cosmetic, everybody.
Hey everybody. How are you?
Thank you so much for joining us today, ma'am. And so we know that Miss Lakeisha Lemons is the CEO of Frost Cosmetics. She is widely celebrated as a visionary brand
Yes.
and a distinguished leader in the beauty, obviously, come on, y'all, and modeling. I mean, look at her, and American media. And she is, I don't want to belabor this. So I'm going to let her take the floor so she can tell a little bit more about herself and go into depth about Frost Cosmetics and everything she does. She's a chemist. I mean, gosh, this woman is everything, okay? So,
Yes. Well, first I want to say thank you so much for having me on your show, inviting me on. I love getting out and I love doing these things type of things. I'm very creative, but at the same time I'm a little geek, so I'm always in my own little corner doing something because I'm always in my head with some type of formula or mathematic things to come up with. So thank you for that. Um, so as I had that great intro for In the Know, I am Lakeisha Lemons. I am a formulator slash chemist. I have been doing this for the past 13, 14 years. And I love it, of course. I have been someone behind the scenes for a long time because I did more private label, white label. Going forth in today's world, you will see me a lot more because I am going into the retail part of the business now. And that's kind of like what I want to talk about and, give people a feel of getting to know who I am and what I like in that way. So, yeah.
well, thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today. And don't forget to subscribe to Takeover as well. She and I are part of the Takeover because we about to take over, okay, baby?
Yes, we are. Four beautiful women coming through,
That,
coming through.
that's right. All right. Well, we know you're typing of a crunch right now in time, so I don't want to belabor this.
Okay.
All right. So number one, you're often referred to as this visionary brand. How do you define your vision for Frost Cosmetics, and how has it evolved since you started your own company?
Whew, that's a good one. So, believe it or not, at the beginning of me starting my journey with Frost, I was labeled back then as a visionary brand because it was told it was impossible. It was
Mm.
impossible for not only a woman but a African American woman to own their own laboratory, to create their own products, to change the formula of how things are going and set up in this $1 billion industry. This industry been at $1 billion, over $1 billion for like centuries. So it's like here, this little old person, little old me coming in and kind of changing the way things operate. I kind of made them change the way they took payments, the way that they the colors that was added into it. And don't get me wrong, the color trend was there because Mac had the color trend. I was a Mac girl, I'm not gonna lie. Before I started my own thing. But they were the only ones who had these beautiful colors that we could kind of have some type of diverse to. And then there was a known celebrity artist that popped out with this color trend. And then right behind her came me, someone who actually knew how to make it. So it was like a three-tier thing going on. And what I did was is that what made me so great is that I gave everybody an opportunity to have their own, but at the same time be themselves. So I had all these individual great warrior women with these beautiful colors on. It's so bold and vibrant with it. So it just kept inspiring me to continue to create and get better and create and get better. And I did. So the vision of that brand and this brand now is that it's about empowering women in their self beauty, however they choose to be. Our beauty is an art, and we shouldn't be subjected to just brown, pink, or red here and there. You should be able to do whatever you like, and that's my vision. So that's how I became the visionary brand. Now I'm doing
Mm.
the untold and the unfiltered part.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I peeped your lipsticks and your lip gloss, and I was like, "Ooh, that's pretty!" Like the blue, like a royal blue color. Like you come
Yep,
out with the amazing. I know there's like the gold,
yep,
gold
gold.
color. Yeah, and it's sparkly and it's very catchy. And when I think about your makeup, I think about like I'm a big Marvel and DC comic fan, so I think about like Gamora, right? And
Yep,
Guardians
yep.
of the Galaxy.
Phoenix. Yeah, yep. Yep, you got it.
I
And
love
and,
it.
and it's great because not only do I care about the color trend. See, this was the point of me going back to school and to being a chemist and learning science, because it wasn't always just about being able to put a product together. It was about being able to care about the health behind it as well. Like, what are we putting on our lips? How is this helping our lips? If we want to pluck it out the right way, because what is the science behind that? What is the long-term goal of us wearing this color? What's in this
Mm,
pigment powder? So not only do we care about how you look and being empowered by the color trend, but we also want you here at Frost to care about the health of the lips. You'd be surprised how many women and men nowadays get lip cancer. And it's because they
mm,
don't know that the ingredients that they're using in a lip gloss, they think just because they gloss it up is good to go, not knowing that product has no beneficial in it for health. It's just plastic that make you look glossy. Versus caring about a company like mine, Frost, we're gonna put all we have, always put all of our emphasis in first with the health part of it, making sure that what you putting on your lips are just not plastic or just well boo boo. It is literally a ball of health, wealth, and also your empowerment.
mm. I love it. I love that statement because and also the quality of your makeup. You can tell it's
Thank you.
quality.
Yes, we got so many stages of it.
Yeah.
From the sheer girls to the in between girls to the I want to be dialed out girls and the you don't need to know this is me girl. We have
Hmm.
all those versions. So I love, like I said, it's all about empowerment and what people want. We have all the categories from it.
Mm. I love it. So, what are the key factors that drive your passion for beauty and innovation in the cosmetics industry? And how do you stay ahead of the trends to maintain the edge in the competitive market?
At the beginning, what drew me to it is that I always was a woman who was surrounded by beautiful women. So we're talking about my grandmother, my mother, my auntie, great aunties. If you would ever see these people, you would swear up and down that they were just more than common people because of the way that they carried themselves. Like, I mean, I really thought I was staying with movie stars because of the way
Mhm,
that they carried themselves. So that was
mhm,
my first passion, right? So when you're around that type of environment, you tend to continue to jazz yourself up, continue to be that way. You're raised and you're bred by people that understand luxuriousness about
mhm,
themselves, not just what they put on, but themselves. So, makeup was another way of just a way of
mm,
art, to fit in at the beginning. And then I grew with it to learn my way around it. So, that is what inspired me. And then it was a situation that happened where my grandmother passed away, and I was looking for something to that give me the that I will be connected to her no matter
mhm,
what, right? And it will make me continue to drive and fight for it, because every time I think about quitting, or if I did think about quitting, I thought about what my cause was, and it goes back to that root. She was always
mhm,
that root. Now,
Right.
keeping up with the trend, that's a whole other level. Keeping up with the trend, I want to tell you the last, I want to say, 8 years have been challenging. You know why? Because trends come in 2 seconds
Mm-hmm.
and gone tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So the creativeness of it is that you stay up to date with the FDA rules of how they want things done and what people are complaining about. I know that's a lot of people feel like that's toxic, but that's the only way that you can keep up with knowing how to keep yourself up to code, right? So that's
Right.
number one. And then number two, stay with the trend. Honestly, when you're thinking about cosmetics, beauty, anything, you want to follow the fashion shows. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not just talking about just regular New York Fashion Week or LA. You want to look at Paris. You want to look at all these different countries and kind of see what are they wearing color wise, because that
Mm-hmm.
helps you blend with what they're doing with the beauty trend.
Right.
And another thing is to subscribe to all cosmetic
Mm.
subscriptions, meaning like with me, because I'm in chemistry. So I'll be subscribing to cosmetic science, and
Mm.
each issue give me the new companies that's coming out, the new raw ingredients that is here, that I can, instead of buying beeswax, I could get self-made. It's
Right.
like keeping up with the trend in that way. So my advice to anyone out there with keeping up with trends and what industry you in, subscribe to the main companies. Google the main publications of your industry,
Mm.
and you can't go wrong with subscribing to them. They're going to cost you an arm and a leg, but it's worth it down the front long run.
Oh yes,
Yep.
I totally agree with you, and I'm glad that you're keeping up with the trends in that manner because of all the potential. Not trying to be the the gloomy cloud, but potential outbreaks or pathogens that Of course,
Yep.
there's like rules to how long you're supposed to be wearing your makeup.
Yep. Yep. No,
so,
that's
so,
true.
so some of us we keep our makeup forever, and that's a no no.
Yeah, it's so much. Like, I had some people, like, I do a brand for, right? And they'll call me up. They've been got the brand, and they'll be like, oh, well, I really need to reorder some pinks, but I still have some in a drawer, but I need to get some order going because I'm about to do a whole setup. I was like, you ordered that 3 years ago. Why? Like, you're not supposed to be selling that. But they were like, but you said it's vegan. It doesn't matter that it's vegan. It's still, everything has an expiration date on it.
Right.
So once again, people not keeping up with the factor of, they keep up with a trend that they see, not
Right.
the knowledge that they need to continue to grow something. So
Right.
it's great that you brought that up, because you'll be surprised. That's why I always tell people, if you're gonna buy from people, don't buy because you like that person initially and you just want to support them. Understand their values and know them as a person, because if you got someone who buying something and they're reselling it 3 years later and you're putting it on, I mean, that's one of them health things.
You're right, right, exactly. No, I can appreciate that for sure.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah. And don't do the I'm the, let's not get into the whole pathogen because, especially with the whole like
Oh yeah.
eyeliner and yeah. So anyway,
Yep.
next
Moving on.
question. Moving on. Can you share a specific example of a challenge that you faced as a leader and how you overcame it? How does this experience shape your approach to leadership?
Ooh, that is a real good one. And yes, I can. I can give you a perfect example. I am a formulator, right? So I am so used to being behind the scenes. But COVID challenged me. When I mean
Mm,
challenged me, this is a part of the time where we knew what we were moving the company towards. So we knew we were great with white label and private label. So this
mhm,
is us evolving now in the second part of the business that we were focusing on retail. So this
mhm,
means we had to deal with more influencers, more celebrities, more reality stars, right? So the challenge of that, not only did I have to deal with those different things, but I have to also get myself prepared to be what I'm doing now, which is front and center, right? Out in
Mhm.
the open, people get to know me, get to see me, right?
Mhm.
So this came with me being creative. I'm a creative person and I am free spirit. So just because I'm a chemist, that doesn't mean you're gonna always see me in a suit, maybe a little heel. You know, I went all the way out. I showed my character. It was, you know, it was a
Right.
beautiful Christmas shoot, and it was just me talking about coming. No one understood what I was saying, but they just saw me with bags and they saw me in this beautiful lingerie.
Mm.
But because I am a curvy woman, it came off as um I don't want to say trashy because it wasn't trashy. It came off like sedity, very
Okay.
sedity, very provocative. I guess some people would say, but to me, it was rocky. It was fun. It was
Mhm.
classy. It was
Yeah.
everything that defined me as a character moving forward with my company.
Mhm. Mhm.
I received so much hate from the corporate
Mm.
side, from the outside peer side, customers.
Right.
And it all boiled down to two scenarios. One,
Mhm.
people not used to seeing me in that way. They used to seeing me behind the scenes. And then two, and then
Mhm.
wait, did I say one? Yeah, one. And then two, the other issue was is that I am a beautiful woman. I am a curvy woman. I have clients who have husbands and significant others, and they
Right.
follow me. And it's like, now you got my husband looking at you in a different way. So when we in the lab working on something, he too busy looking at you in the other way, or she too busy looking at you in the other way. So that's unprofessional to them. And how dare me, right?
Mm.
So it that was a challenge for me. It kind of made
Yeah.
me not want to do it anymore. And it wasn't because it
Mm.
was just so much of backlash of what people were saying. It was more
Right.
so in a career standpoint. I'm like, how do I grow from this part of people just seeing me as a corporate behind the scenes woman going
Right.
into all of that?
Right.
It just like, how do I balance that? I can't balance that. I can't lose my big revenue thing here to
Mhm.
focus on my revenue that I haven't started. So that was a challenge for me, and how I
Mm.
overcame that, some therapy was put in play because it was some
Okay.
issues that I didn't recognize that was there. But along with that, it also made me realize that I just don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
Right.
And it wasn't in a way of being disrespectful to anyone. It was
Right.
of understanding that being a confident career goal oriented woman, I just have creativeness, and some people are going to love it, some people are not going to like it, and others are just going to
Mhm.
grow with me. And that is where
Yeah.
I'm at in my life, that helped me overcome that, understanding that everybody is just either going to grow with me or have their own opinion, and that is completely fine.
Mm.
Professional, personal, great wise, I will
Right.
be overall great.
Right. Yeah. You know, it's really interesting how people depict you as one way when you have your inner beauty and also your exterior beauty. And to say this, like the media, I mean, think about it. There's so many models out here. There's so many people that are not clothed or less than
Yep,
the other.
yep,
And it's really interesting when you're being pinpointed as, oh, she shouldn't be doing this. Like the rules and regulations only apply to Lakeisha Lemons. You know what I mean? So,
yep. I always say, I'm like, would you say this to Beyonce? Like, I
right,
mean, she literally did a photo shoot of her on a bull with a
right,
cowgirl. I'm like, but you would still accept her in a corporate environment. So I'm like, so what is the? How could you like that but don't like me? What? Where do we do the shift?
right, exactly. You're reading my mind.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, Beyonce, you go,
Hey,
girl.
she paved the way. We can all be whatever we
Hey,
want. We do not have to stay in one category. That is over
that's
with and
right.
played with.
And one thing I have to say, when COVID happened, people had to be more imaginative in the whole entrepreneur space, because how else are you going to be able to market your product or your services, right? I mean,
Correct.
you have to
Correct.
be like
And then
different.
upgrading. I
Yeah.
don't know why everyone thinks someone's just supposed to stay the same. Like, you're not supposed to change. Your company and companies last because of the personality that's behind it and
Right.
the look that you give on the surface, right? But that doesn't mean it comes with judgment. Everything is not going to click to you. Not everything, but that doesn't mean don't support them. That doesn't mean
Right.
don't gravitate into it. It just means that that's an era that you just need to accept. That's it.
Right.
You know, just
Yeah.
keep it moving. Accept it, keep it moving. Don't accept it, keep it moving. But be
True.
honest, be cool with those comments a little.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even look at it.
No, no,
I don't
not
have
no
time.
more. I honestly don't care. And that was the thing, because I was in corporate America for so long and in school and doing the things and taught certain things a certain kind of way. I was a people pleaser for a very, very long
Mhm.
time. And then now it's just in my life, I don't care. I let go
That's right.
and I just don't care. It's all about, and it's not because I'm a selfish person or I just don't care about people's feelings. I just learned that mine's come first because my
That's
thoughts is
right.
given from a higher power than what anyone else and their thoughts think that they are. So
That's
to keep
right.
myself pure and to keep it outright, I just don't look at it and don't care.
That's right. You're amazing.
Thank you.
So, your work combines creativity with technical expertise. I mean, you're a chemist by trade. How do you balance the two aspects of developing your products? And can you give an example of a product maybe that you've made that embodies this balance?
Yes, I really can. I, I didn't. I launched it a little so I can get like feedback from it, and I got enough feedback from it, so I kind of went very quiet with this product until I'm about to actually launch it, right? Which is the Vimo therapy, wine therapy, right? So wine therapy is a product that's made out of wine, and it's a body wash. It's a bubble bath. It's a body scrub. But this product keeps you so beautiful, so glowy, so toned. Wine is so great for people inside and outside. And I had to get creative with it because that's technical. You have to have a lot of great technical skill to turn
Mm.
a wine or a alcohol actually
Mhm.
into an actual product. That's number one. You know, like we hear
Mhm.
people soaking in wine. I soak in wine, not, I do that. But also I made it into an actual product. It was literally a body wash, a soap, a scrub. So being
Hmm.
technical in that way and then having to learn how to actually market it so you can get people to kind of get like, let me try it out, let me see what this is about, to get the feedback that you need to retell it to the market the right way. It had to be really creative, right? So I balance the two by honestly not even letting people know that I'm a chemist. Because once I do, it is so many speculations that come around with that. It kind of get people out of the zone of looking at it as a product. So I have learned in life, unless my husband or a friend or somebody say, "Oh, she a chemist," I don't let it be known because it
Right.
takes that creativity away. Like, I can handle the technicalities, I can handle the technical part of it because no
Right.
one's there with me. I'm a geek, it's fine,
Right.
But when it comes to creativity and getting people to try it and do that, I learned my
Mhm.
balance is not letting people know who I really am and what I really can do, and just listen. I don't have to say
Mm.
anything, just listen.
Right, right.
That's my
Uh,
balance.
I love it. I love it. Shout out to Veterans Grown America, Donnell Johns. If I know I've been Miss MIA, but I will be back in the shop. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
But look, I mean, people that love wine, so I'm thinking to myself, how does this look? You're pouring the wine in the in the
Yeah.
tub, and you're like, okay, but people might want to drink that wine too, so
Well,
it might
there's
be a
some
little
people who do
diluted.
that. I don't recommend it, but
Right.
but they do.
Oh my goodness.
But it's like the
Goodness.
most healthiest thing for your skin.
Mm,
Like I said, wine is great for people to drink it too if you do it in the right way, in a safe way. But it is amazing if you
right.
can soak in it. It's
I'm
amazing
gonna
if you
try
can
it
use it
out.
as a product. So many
Right.
great healing factors. The skin lightens up, the pores is closed, your skin becomes so glowy. Like you can tell after using the product for 1 month. It's just
Hmm.
people will literally ask you like, "What is going on with you? Why are you glowing?" Like, well, what is going on? And
Right.
it is because the wine and what's in it heals all these properties of
Mhm.
skin. So yeah, see, technical.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna have to try that out. I can't wait till your body wash comes out. That's gonna be my number one item on my list. So,
Okay.
mentioning this new innovation is a major component of your brand, right?
Hmm.
What is your process in fostering creativity and ensuring that new ideas are effectively brought to life?
Ooh, what I like and don't like, sitting at a
Mm,
table and just letting everybody give me opinions, right? I'll
mm,
create something. And like I say, I do my best to keep me clear because if I'm the creative person right now, I have to keep me clear. But the best thing that I can ever do is keep people around me that are opinionated. And that
mhm,
helps ground it because like when I have these people that's opinionated, they're gonna always like, okay, this is the trend and what's going on now, or this is how this is gonna be set up in a certain type of way of protocol. And even though I make the main decision, it's the fact that I'll allow these trusted people to come in
mhm,
and to give me ideas and pointers on what they already know that's going on. See, I don't have to know what everything is going on. I can let them do that.
mhm.
It just has to make sense to me. And then when it makes sense to me, and then we put it to the market, and I people don't know this, but with my products and why I take so long with launching, it's not because I just throw it out there to the market. I literally get a focus group together. I pay a company to put a focus group together. They
Mm.
test the products, they give me feedback. We do 3, 6, 9, 12 month experiments. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So those things are so valuable to me. And it goes back to, once again,
Yep.
technical of me. But at the same time, I have to always keep people around me that's creative because I'm creative, but I'm technical creative.
Right, right.
So these other people who are, yeah, like PRs from back home, Chicago. I work with a lot of the PRs that's still back home, and then I have friends who are art majors, and then
Mm.
I have my beloved husband who is kind of like really artistic, and then I have my daughter who's artistic. So these people always round up and they be like, yeah, no, oh, this is great. And then I take it to market, and then I allow the feedback of others that don't know me and I don't
Right,
know them to tell me X, Y, and Z. So
right.
that's what keep me on my toes of keep being innovative. I'm always searching and looking for, like, I'll go in a store, like who would have thought to make a product out of wine, right? But
Mhm.
who thinks to make a product out of Hennessy? Who thinks to make a product
Right,
out of avocado? These are
right.
all things that you look at and you find out the benefits. So yeah.
Mhm. So true, so true. I love it. Um, how do you incorporate feedback from your customers, speaking about customers and industry experts into your product development process?
Being creative and
Okay.
technical, it is very hard, I can tell you, but over the years now it's like I have learned how to disassociate myself from the company being my baby to the company being a company.
Mm.
And when I was able to do that, it allowed me to listen to these market people, right?
Mhm.
It allowed me to take in what they say. And then it allowed me to give them control. Like, as of now, I'm not even controlling the frost retail part. I'm not controlling that. It's literally a PR that's putting it together. My input and everything is always there. My say so is always there. But because I have so many other projects going on, this trusted person is putting these pieces together in the right way. And it's because they know they how can I say it? They know they know how to follow the trend and follow me the right way.
Okay, okay, that's good. You have a team
Yeah.
of folks that know you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm difficult, but that is how I balance this out. And then that one PR, they go out there to the
Mhm.
people and they say, "What do you think about this? How do you feel about this? What do we do? What should we do?" And then they come back and you be like, "Well, I know you feel this way, and I know this is your brain." And I
Right.
told her, you know, it's like a whole 30-page thing before we get to like, this is what's being
So,
said. You need to knock it off.
like the bottom line.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna. Everybody's gonna find out and laugh at me. But my social media page, right, when COVID happened in the lab, and I was so upset, and I was so determined for people to get to
Mhm.
know me. I flipped the page from being just my retail selling, well, not retail, but my go-to page for people to see showcase work, right? See
Mhm.
cases, see work, see some stuff that's going on.
Right.
I totally changed the page and made it to a lifestyle page where you see me and that going on. And
Mhm.
listen, PRs can't stand when you change a format that they know that works. So it's just like, if you don't get you off this page, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go crazy, you know. But I'm like, no, no, no. You know, this is me babying him, but at the same time, he's like, no, we're gonna get this right, and we're gonna get it this way. But as we learned, as we were talking to retailers, that I was actually right. This is where the world is going now. It's going more so into lifestyle, more so than just posting up and saying a brand. Like that's why so many people are leaving out of retail, because they kept it so brand based that it's just
Mm.
boring, and everyday consumer can't connect to just a brand anymore.
That's so true. Hmm,
Mm-hmm.
that is so true. So, speaking about Frost Cosmetics, okay, they're known for your company's known for transforming perceptions of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
What do you believe are the most significant changes in beauty standards today, and how is your brand contributing to these shifts?
Whew, it's so many shifts going on behind the scenes and in front. Like I'm gonna talk about one major issue and what my brand is coming to solve again.
Hmm.
The lack of color transparent. Like we
Hmm.
have so many companies out there. I don't know if some of you guys are aware, but they literally, I'm not gonna say a name, but they literally made a foundation. We had a lot of consumers complaining that there were not enough shades
Hmm.
for foundations for different culture backgrounds. And this company thought it was smart to say, okay, I know what I'm going to do. Since you guys keep complaining, they bottled up a foundation and put nothing but black pigment and foundation in it. So, yes, so literally it's black foundation out here, right? And I didn't take that funny. A lot of influencers didn't take it funny either, because it was like a slap in the face to say, you guys are making enough money, and there's the color trend obviously is here, right? It's here. Why is there a disconnect? And the disconnect is so many technical reasons behind it, I know, but instead of just getting in front and saying that, it was an insult to bottle up something and say, okay, y'all want something, you're complaining about it, here you go, it's all black. It was like a joke, it was a slap in your
Mm.
face.
Yeah.
So my company once again is coming back to resolve that, as far as like the trend. When you go to the local
Right.
store, Target, you don't see the color trend anymore. You
Right.
see the basic pink, browns, and you
Right.
barely see red. You
Hmm.
know, so it's like, once again, I'm coming to resolve that and give it, give the consumers what they want again: creativity, love, the
Yeah.
devotion of being able to actually have it and keep it on the shelf, where
Right.
every time it comes it's there, because
Right.
that's another disconnect. So that's kind of something that my company has, we've been really taking a look into. Like, all, I know a lot of people have been thinking and probably saying to themselves, they see me, but they don't see me. It's like,
Mhm.
what is she doing? What is she selling? It's
Right.
not so much as selling. Ever since the shift of COVID, and a little time actually before COVID, we were
Yeah.
having this deep issue in the cosmetic section part, where it's like
Mhm.
the colors is not there for different backgrounds at all.
Right.
And even with other backgrounds, it's still not enough variety for you to play with, right?
Hmm.
So I was doing a lot of experiment, a lot of testing, a lot of seeing, paying attention to people, how they move, and how they, not people but corporations,
Right.
and just learning the aspect around that. But then the shift happened with COVID, where raw materials are just
Mm.
like
Yeah.
non-existing. So now it's like you have to go back to the drawing board and reconfigure this. So that's kind of like how what my company is doing now. We're coming back to solve the problem that the
Mhm.
market obviously is just not there anymore. It's like we went backwards
Mm.
instead of going forwards. One minute we had the color, we had the demand, we had
Right.
everything, and then all of a sudden now it just triggered back into what we were at 5, 6 years ago.
Mm.
When you just go to the store, all you see is brown, pink color, and
Right.
good enough. Yeah, good. You can blend them together, make it work. All these beautiful
Right.
makeup artists, they can make it work. Like, no, that's not it.
Right, right. Yeah. I just thought about something when COVID happened. I'm really interested in finding out the trending colors. I'm thinking maybe like a shimmer, like a lip gloss, maybe because people are at home working. So the whole, I guess, thing about processing in the morning, right? Putting your makeup on and all that good stuff. People are probably more relaxed in their robe, going to their laptops. So I'm thinking in my head, like, wow, that must have really, really changed the scope of people purchasing cosmetics during that time frame.
Not really. It
Okay.
actually made it increase.
Mm.
But I could say the only thing that you seen different was someone like me who was a formulator. It kind of took me a step back because people were no longer just like, okay, I'm gonna pay you to make a lip liner and just make the formula and get it going and give me the
Mm.
prototype. People were at home, so they were able to buy these raw materials and try it out for themselves. And then, they get some people like, oh, this is great. And
Yeah.
they just keep going with it. And they don't need me, at that point until they realize that they don't have the health background to know what
Right.
they're doing or if they're causing people damage or anything.
Yeah.
But don't knock something down that's working, right?
Right.
So that's the only change that the industry has. So this change that I'm talking about with the lack of the trend being out there, it's not because it's a financial issue. It is because this is what we want to go back and play. If we keep the money, the $1 billion industry, and we keep them targeted towards this, we don't have to go out like this. We don't have
Mhm.
to spend all this money on more colors or more
Right.
demand or more chemists in there to
Right.
formulate these things because brown, red,
Right.
and pink is good enough.
Right. Yeah, because like I was thinking more of so like the mental health perspective, right? So you're at home and day by day goes on and people aren't I'm just thinking, getting up in the morning, just rolling out of the bed, your laptop's right there. I'm just thinking because I was a work from home person at one point in my
Hmm.
career. And it's like, oh, why do I need to put makeup on or why do I need to do this and that? But for me, from a mental health standpoint, I like putting lipstick on or something on to make me feel good. It's like a make me feel good thing, happy, like a happy feeling, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's happening to that second person of you.
Right. So that's what I was thinking, like the whole mental health perspective like really shifted and people were trying to find ways and cosmetic, of course, even a lipstick, lip gloss or something to put on to make your endorphins flow.
Yep. It was on my side. I didn't see too much of it. Of course, I look at the news and I saw so many people because like you dial yourself out, but there's nobody other than social media or FaceTime to talk to. So yeah, I guess it'll be a little mentally challenged. But I on my end, I didn't really experience it because it was more so like once again, I was used to being by myself. And then when I did have people come in the lab and do things with me, it wasn't like it was a team of them. I will only allow 1 to 2 people in there with them. So it was always like a solo thing anyway. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah, I think it helped though, like for the mental health perspective, getting out the makeup and putting it on, it shifts your mental health, I guess,
it do.
in a way.
It do. Cause when I am different. So when I put my makeup on, I am so used to how I look. It's like, okay, this is good because I'm a kind of natural girl. I can do the vibe of natural, but then when I get my makeup artist and I let them come do it, I am somebody else, child. I don't know who I am. I think I need to give that person a name. I don't know
Right?
who she is, but she is not Keisha. She is somebody else. But I feel different. I feel like, okay, this is Keisha 5.0,
Mhm.
So that is true. Mentally wise, it does. It empowers you in a different light. It really do.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I love
I
it.
actually need to be a character. We need to figure out how to make me some type of Marvel character.
That's right. Look, takeover. Hashtag takeover. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
So we know you're a prominent figure in American media as a socialite. How do you use your platform to influence and shape conversations around beauty and self expression?
Ooh, this is a good one. I show me. Like we hear so many people talk about beauty, right? I I could just go through Instagram and TikTok and all like I would just see people just talking about oh beauty this, beauty that, but you never see them really with it. They're either hiding their beauty with just putting on lots and lots of makeup, or
Mhm.
they're never really showing you the real behind the scenes of getting together. They're showing you the edited version.
Right.
Me, I showcase everything if I'm having bad hair day or if I have on like makeup or God forbid I look like Cleopatra the next day. I Everybody sees everything. So that believe it or not, that touches people in a different way because it's like that it's like I can't make it out. She's different. Like every time I see her, she looks different. It's not that I look different, it's just that I'm showcasing you every different character about me. So
Mm.
you can always look at beauty like, well, like her skin is just flawless. Like I just saw her, she had like 10 pounds of makeup on, and I'm thinking she probably had acne or something. Now I look at her like, oh my God, it's just like,
Uh.
why does she even have it on? She looked better without it, but that's innovative for you to be able to see someone real life, see them, and you actually see that they live, breathe everything that they showcasing. That to
Mm.
me is the best way to innovate people. And I have had so many people send me direct messages, emails telling me how they appreciate that
Wow.
because it's not like a fake thing to them. These other profiles and these other people, influencers, they have become fake because it's not really them. You don't get that with me. You get the real. And that is why I'm the visionary brand.
I love it. Yeah. We want real. We want real, you know?
Yeah. You want a real person. You want to see me bleed and I actually bleed and not fake it, like, oh look at this scar. Look what happened to me. But how did you get that scar?
Right. Right.
Did you
Like
paint that on?
not none of the filters, none of the catfish going on.
Yeah,
No.
like show me. Like you really had them cheekbones. I literally had somebody follow me in the store, the grocery store, chase me down because she was convinced that I had a doctor because of my cheekbones. I was like, no, no, no. This is all me. This is really me. And she's like, no. I mean, she argued me down, baby. Like, no one has cheekbones like that. But I'm like, but I do.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, we
was
sitting
like,
here like showing
oh.
her baby pictures, like, look. And I'm like, why am I convincing this lady? And she ended up following me and apologizing because she went through my. She's like, "Oh my God, you really do. Like you had them back in 1994." I'm like, "Oh my God, you went
She
all the way
doing
down there."
she doing a documentary on you, girl.
I'm like, "Thank you. The engagement is great. Thank you."
That is too funny. Wow, she I'm glad she did tackle you, Lord.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a little scary. These people, the security and things that's in the store, they always there, so they see me, they know me. I'm so bubbly, so they always talk to me. And they was like, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay, I'm okay." They kept checking because they're like, "What's wrong with this?" Like, because she was kind of loud, I'm like, "That ain't yours." I'm like, "Yeah, they are. They're mine. They're mine. My daughter has them too. Does that make you feel better? Like, they're mine."
Oh my gosh. Well, that is the story of the day. Oh boy, let me tell you. Woo. Well, yeah, you do have beautiful cheekbones, by the way.
Thank
Um,
you.
so, how do you ensure that Frost Cosmetics maintains a diverse and inclusive approach in its branding, products, and messaging now that it's lifestyle?
Yes, not being geared to just one style. Oh my God, I could tell you how much angry I get when I look at brands and they
Mm.
only stick to one demographic, one type of look, right? Um, I'm okay with hanging with the young girls, the teenager girls, the young men, the people who are just all about beauty. It doesn't matter what type of background you come from.
Right.
I want it all and I'm around it all. Like I can sit in a room full of, I don't know, exotic dancers and be okay and probably go dance with them and still go into my corporate job as who I am because
Right.
I am a diverse person. So I would say that my goal is to know and be around all industries and all different backgrounds because it's fun to me. Like it's so
Right.
boring when I see a company who just sticks to nothing but black, gold, and gray. I'd be like, what? Where's the personality? You know, why do you have all these people hired to not have personality? Like, what is going on?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I love it. Definitely. So, with your background in cosmetic and skincare chemistry, how do you stay updated? I know that you said that you subscribe, right? But what's
Mhm.
the latest scientific advancements that you incorporate into your products?
Stem cells. So those are the big, major, big things that are going on. I have loved the science in today's world now that we are chasing things that's already in our body, taking them
Right.
out and restoring them back in there. It's like a
Mm,
recycling system to me, but
okay.
it's a great recycling system because not only does this help us to stop doing all these other things that's damaging us,
Yes.
but it helps us in the beauty world to recycle and to continue to stay healthy, put healthy things in us so we can keep those things that we're using to boost our body back up, right? Like stem cells, great for lip injections, great for boosting up the boobies the right way. You know, all these things that we use to harm ourselves going on the table to do is becoming coming to a zero now because a lot of people are moving more into the healthy route. So I would say I would encourage people, I would encourage anyone that has any type of medical, cosmetic chemistry background, go and get some stem cell training because that's the next big thing.
Mm. That is very, very interesting that you mentioned that. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of that, I guess, is unorthodox to say, but a lot of things in your body is used for medicine or medication.
Hmm.
From bee stings to what have you. Uh,
Yeah.
that growing up, my mom said, "Hey,
I,
use the bathroom, and this is
yeah,
what you use for a bee sting." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
it is like a love hate relationship with what I'm going to say. But I was kind of glad when they made fat transfer, right? Because for a long time, your fat was a bacteria that they couldn't figure out how to get the healthy part out, which
Mhm.
they knew, but it was still just unsafe. Now, given they decided to go the unsafe way and put it in people buttocks, which is not good,
Right.
but it opened the door for more people to come and test it to get us where we're at now, which we are literally injecting our blood and taking the plasma out of that and putting it back in our body for collagen.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
we like that technology and that thought process probably wouldn't have happened if the person didn't create, the fat transfer.
Right.
So that's why I say it's like a love hate relationship. I love it, but hate it at the same time because it caused a lot of deaths. But at the same
Right.
time, it saved a
Right.
lot.
So what are you doing as far as like the application route, right? When you do the transfer of, well, not fat
Yeah.
transfer, but when you inject yourself, right, with the needle precaution, do you have a high, I'm sure, like a high protocol on making sure that the needles are, what are your process? I don't want to assume. So
Well, process right now is non-existent because I can't literally
I,
inject, and I can inject in myself all day and night, but injecting the others I can't. But to solve that problem, I have a solution that I'm going to talk about further in life about
okay,
what I did to resolve that.
okay.
but I am going deeper into it where I can do these things because I have a great passion for that as well. You know,
Yeah.
my life just doesn't stop as being a formulator or just in
Right.
cosmetics. I love skincare just as well. So I mean, my goal is to eventually get up there with the FDA and kind of make some rules with it because it's like I'm on
Mhm.
ground zero. The
Right.
FDA don't really have too many ground zeros, so it's like
Mhm.
ground zero coming in and kind of putting things in play. I feel like will make sense. So that's my
Mhm.
goal.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, they use it today to, for scars, for burns, especially for burns. I
Yes.
do know that much, but
Yes, yes, and it's really great. It's for the scars. Like perfect example, women who go get tummy tucks. Right,
right.
tummy tucks are one surgery that I say every woman should go get. Because it's very important because of our, things that go down there
Mm.
with us. Right, but it leaves a little nasty scar for a long time, for like a year or two. It's kind of, you can't hide it unless it's
Right.
makeup, but with this new research that we have with stem cells and taking plasma and injecting collagen in us the right way, there's
Mhm.
finally a solution that will still allow you to be healthy
Mhm.
and still look good and not hide it. So
Mm.
I'm all
That's
for it.
interesting.
Yep, I'm all
Wow.
for it.
Well, I can't wait to see the latest and greatest soon. Takeover. Remember,
Yep,
everybody. Tune
yep.
in.
Take over.
um, so, what are some of the most exciting developments in cosmetic science you're currently exploring besides that, or is that the main between the wine and evolution of makeup and also your injections?
So those are the main. The next
Okay.
thing that you're looking for me is to be more out there. It's
Okay.
no more keeping me behind the scenes. I'm definitely putting myself front street out there for you to be able to, who knows, pull me up on TV and see me every day and get
Right.
to know me that way.
There we go. We'll be talking to Beyonce soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. Yep. But
so,
my goal is to educate.
okay.
Educate. And see, it's one thing to just sell a product. It's one thing to just have a brand. But my
Right.
goal is for you to grow with me to understand the
Yes.
benefits of health behind everything that is being done.
Right.
I don't feel that we should be quiet about this anymore. I don't feel that brands should just be silent because they know this is how they make their income, and if they talk about this, that it would affect this. But at the same
Right.
time, we're in a world of revolution.
Mhm.
So that's
That's
my
true.
thing. Yeah.
So true. I love it. Can you discuss the importance of sustainability in cosmetic chemistry and how Frost Cosmetics addresses the environmental concerns?
Well, I always say it's always best for companies to stay on trend with the FDA. Like when there's a change, like we're moving into the organic world, we had to get certificates in that. When we moved into the vegan world, we had to get certificates on that.
Right.
Now, disposing wise, I'm talking about waste. Like people
Right.
don't know that when you have a lab or chemistry place or anything, stuff has to be disposed and
Right.
throughout a certain type of way. I love the fact that we have moved into that now. It's not. This is another love hate situation.
Mhm.
That organically, like whatever products that I made that's organic, that's still on my shelf, right? Raw materials, whatever, and I have to throw them away because expiration time, right?
Yeah.
Well, now the government has made it where there is organic garbage disposal, which is a good thing because it get recycled as organic. That was kind of the issue with us in our world. We were fighting
Right.
for organic things. The hate relationship with that is that I have to pay for it. So it's a love hate thing. I'm like, wait a minute, how you gonna mandate something then
Mm.
turn around and tell us that we got to pay for it? Like, like we didn't talk about that part,
Right.
but
Right.
that's one of the innovations that I love that we stay connected with. We're always looking at the way of the environment, what looks best,
Mhm.
what helps, and what part can we play to keep it moving. Not so much as the raw materials, because I can't let listen, when raw materials come in, my job is to make it into a product.
Right.
I can't tell these people how to process their stuff, no matter how much sometimes they lie or don't
Mm,
lie. But we don't know until it's tested, which
right,
can
right.
take another year, 3, 4, 5 years to find
Mm,
out. So the best thing I can do is care about the way my waste is disposed in
right.
the environment. And that's exactly what I do. And then two, the other thing I do is I educate people. Whenever I have a product, I have inserts that go out with it. I have
Mm,
like Instagram little things that I constantly do where I will post up videos about people talking about certain things and I'll show that to the world, because if
right.
even if I'm not saying it, I'm making people aware that
Yeah.
this is environment safety. Like, a lot of
Hmm.
people are dermal bleeding
Yeah.
and dermal needling, really. And
Oh
dermal, like,
yeah.
people don't know dermal um needling and dermal blading is kind of similar. It's really like the
Right.
same. It's just a different needle insert of it.
Right.
But a
Huh.
lot of people looking at it and doing it, and they feel and they see great improvement on it, but they're not doing it right. Like, people are not like putting alcohol in it the right way, or they're not keeping it dry. So once again, it
Right.
goes back to not educating people on the
Right.
environmental greatness of it. Then it get recycled in the garbage. Guess what happens? Somebody poked themselves with that. It's just a line of just
Yeah.
not caring. So that is what we here at Frost pay attention to. I'm a stickler about those things, and
Right.
that's just it. We care about people outcome.
Mm. What Webster Style says this is a very informative interview. Thank you,
Oh,
Webster
thank
Style.
you. I know I could be a little geeky, but I try to be entertaining. With I guess I really am, huh? Right? Mhm.
Well, going back to the payment, I understand that we're going green or making the environment friendly. The government should have, hopefully, a tax write-off. Because of cosmetic industry going this route. I would hope so, but let's
So
see. We'll see what happens.
we'll see what happens, because as of now, it's just like added to it. Like, okay, you're adding this to your tax write off, but you really don't
Right.
see it. You just see it there, but we
Right.
don't even know if it's like balancing out. But
Yeah.
you can't even question it. It's just like, okay, here, this is what it is. It's good for the environment. Here you go. You can afford
Yeah.
it. Like, no, no, like, wait a
Mhm.
minute now.
Yeah, just, I mean, and then going back to the whole public health perspective of it, this is going to be very interesting. I mean, obviously, there's folks out here that utilize insulin, so they have their protocol and making sure that the needles is exposed. I mean, disposed properly. So,
Right,
yeah,
right. Yeah, but not when we're micro needling. It's just everybody
yeah,
has it to ship right to their doorsteps and use it improperly and throw it away improperly. And now we're off. We got this off balance thing going on.
mm,
Which, I mean, I'm glad that we're moving in ways where people don't have to always
right,
just run to a doctor or run to a nurse and get. But at the same time,
yeah,
it's scary because these people don't have the health background to know how to
right.
properly discard it.
Right. And my public health hat, I'm thinking, okay, make sure you get checked.
Yep, yep, yep. That's why I say
Bloodborne disease stuff is
it,
real. So
exactly. I tell everybody, I say, listen, you could be, I know you healthy, I know you eat healthy, I know you do healthy, but you can't control what's going on in your environment. No matter how much you
right,
think you can, you don't just sit in your house and do it.
right,
So go get checkups. Every
right,
6 months,
exactly.
every year, get a checkup.
Right, exactly. So what motivates you on a daily basis, professionally and personally?
Whew, me and what my put my centerpiece around. Like, it's not my career, it's the likeness of what keeps me at peace, and that's my beauty. Like, I when I say beauty, people think that I'm just talking about this. No, beauty is more than just my outer appearance. It's my mind, my wellness around that, what I choose to put in my body, what I choose to have around me as friends and associates. So all of these things keep me at that point. I
Mhm,
have to say that's kind of like my center self. I've been
mhm,
that way ever since I've been a child, so my mom told me. So it's that's my norm. Um, that's it. It has to be the center of me, how I choose to just let everything come as a ball. And
Okay.
then to add on to that, everyone will be able to get a piece of that on my radio show that comes on every Saturday on iHeart platform, the beauty wealth I talk about. And
Yes,
yes,
yes. Yeah, we need to dive in more deeper on that one, maybe
yes.
in another segment. But can you give the audience exactly what like example of an episode or something?
Yes. So, perfect example, the beauty wealth of the value of a woman outside of just sitting on her back and sexual
Mm,
experiences, right? This conversation in this segment is for men and women
mm,
because women are not pleasing men as what we think we are in today's
mm,
world, right? So going back to that, of course, I'm Keisha. I'm breaking it down in so many different causes of effect. I'm like, okay, well, women are angry because of this and that, but it's not so much of that. We're completely over that, really.
right.
Um, the problem is that we were never really educated right. All right, and think about
Mm,
it. Our mothers didn't sit in the room and tell us, like, hey, Keisha, when you're with a guy, it's important for you to know that if you don't understand his body language, you're not going to please him. These are not conversations that
mm,
we had.
right.
So beauty wealth is teaching women and men how to communicate effectively to please each other. Then
Mm,
we talk about the financial part of understanding not the roles of a woman, but the roles of us understanding our manifestations on
mm,
us and not always just caring about what the man is doing or what they're saying, understanding that we hold the power. So, beauty wealth is not only just talking about beauty, it's talking about finances, it's talking about, how can I say this? It was the proper word, talking about sexual love the correct way,
mm,
professionally, talking about fitness for
mm.
sexual fitness for men and women, because we
Mm.
both partners are lacking that.
Right, right.
So we got so many great juicy things. And then lip service. Oh God. Let me break down lip service. Lip service is not just about women just giving you lip service. Lip service is about women understanding the value of their lip service and men commenting and telling us what we need to do better for lip service.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we got a
There's
lot of good things going
real
on there.
right, real conversations, as Webster Style says.
Yes, education. Beauty Wealth is about a whole radio show about education of, and then too, don't forget about our food and our wellness. So
Mm,
we gonna have it all.
that is so true. And going back to the whole love language thing, it's men. Okay, so women, we probably think, okay, he should tell us what
Yep.
to do, but really, essentially, it's more of a physical, I believe, perspective of a man. They will, I guess, guide you or let you know physically as opposed to like by a touch,
See,
not
yeah,
by verbal, right? Because
right. See, that's why they
or
like. Let's be real. That's why they like pros, because it's like I tell you what to do, regardless of how nasty it is. You're gonna do it. Versus my wife or my girlfriend is just not mentally there, and it's not because that person, that significant other, don't want to be. They just don't know how. It was never a
right.
conversation. They didn't take us, like, half of us. I was, oh my god, I Uncle Luke did, it was like all over the shade room when he talked about, like, y'all nasty women, y'all aunties and grandmas didn't teach y'all how to douche. Y'all better go in there with some vinegar and douche. And I was like, oh no, he didn't, Mr. Doodle Brown. But
Uh,
but at the same time, he was right. Those conversations didn't happen. So that's how you
right.
have women where we're at with men and the sexual desires, because there were never
Mm,
conversations. We have conversations on how we, how what we should expect, but
right.
never how to please without
I
being just in the kitchen or something. Like, of course we knew that, but that was a conversation.
right, right. And, and I really appreciate how you open you are in speaking my language because like we didn't know. Okay, for instance, probiotic, right?
Yep.
Probiotic for women is a must. For all
Right.
you don't know, like you
Right.
have to take probiotic in order to get lip service from your man. So I'm just saying.
Exactly. Exactly. And then, you'd be surprised. That goes back to the beauty well, how it's important for us to receive that from them, what they come out with. I'm trying not to, trying to be PG right now. But on my radio show, it's not PG at all. But you'd be surprised the healthy benefits behind it. That's why it's like that goes back to that theme where it's like men and women are needed, because these are it's
Yeah.
a reason why we we were given a rib from them. We
Right.
need that from them to have benefits, health benefits for us.
Definitely need to be healthy
Yep.
in the body, and
Yep.
specific areas as well. So
Yep. And then men need to know what they need to do so they keep their women healthy. Like, a lot of men need to know certain foods and things like that they're supposed to eat to help
yeah,
us to stay vibrant. Like, if your woman
right,
just don't want to do it to you, that means you're eating something that's disagreeing with her body.
right, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, tune in to her show, y'all,
Every Saturday,
every
noon
Saturday.
to one.
I'm about to join you this Saturday. Ooh, it's gonna be a juicy subject about lip service.
Yes, it
Uh,
is.
so, looking ahead, right? What are your long-term goals for Frost Cosmetics and for yourself as a leader in the beauty industry?
Absolutely. So my long-term goal with Frost right now is to get it retail national wise first, and then of course global.
Okay.
And I have a very, very big way of doing that, which one is going to be, I'm going to have my own TV show. So you're going to see Frost a lot more on that. It's going to be aired on Fox network soon. And then two, I have other ways where I am actually franchising Frost a certain type of way, which I can't go into details too much about that, but everyone would know it will be where people can literally go and see Frost everywhere soon. And my goal is to focus more on AI about me and
Uh-huh.
my lifestyle in Frost, and then
Mm,
also incorporating people with that. So it's me, but it's more so what others want from me. So it'll always
right.
be the community is what I'm looking to get the AI involved with me. And
Mm,
yeah, that's I want to say that those are the biggest things to do. And then hopefully my radio show will go out to massive amounts of people to
yeah.
hear me and to love my message.
Yes. Well, congratulations on that. And I know we're top of the hour. One more question to go before we
Okay.
leave. If you could give one piece of advice to aspiring entrepreneurs in their beauty and cosmetics industry, what would it be?
To never give up and don't
Mm,
follow a trend. Trends are something that come and go. Understand that just because, like, if you do milk baths like me, right? Don't get discouraged and say, oh my God, people really don't like milk baths anymore. They're just doing bubble baths. Bubble bath
mm,
is a trend. Your milk bath
mm,
is legendary. So focus
mm-hmm.
on you being a legendary person more so than a trend. Don't give up.
Right.
Stick. Constantly learn what you are looking like. If you have a product and you are, first of all, you are the product. But when you have a
Yes.
product attached to you, find out everything. I want you to master it. A lot of people don't understand when you say master. Master is meaning that you did it, you
Mm-hmm.
studied it, you learned it
Mm-hmm.
to the point where you can close your eyes and still know it like the back of your head.
Right.
Vision it. I leave here with today with understanding that just follow your dreams, follow your passion, don't care about a trend, stay focused. Period.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you're going to show us your award. This is what happens.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Yeah, so like I won this in Chicago. I want to say like 3 times, but this one was so special
Wow.
to me because I wasn't in Chicago anymore.
Beautiful.
I was literally in Los Angeles when I won this,
Mm.
and This award is given out when you are the best supplier, like the
Wow.
best beauty supplier that they have. And it's because with them, when it came to retail distribution, all those type of things out in Illinois, I was always on time. You know,
Wow.
great referrals, constantly in tune with them, and a great personality. So I won
Wow.
the best. So hopefully I win 2024, maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
Not gonna miss to
Yes.
say when, but yes. And this is what
That's
I mean
great.
by I want more of this, but I want it more out where people can see it. I want people to be able, I want the little girl that's in high school or grammar school to look at me and say, I want to be that way. I can be that. And
Hmm.
I don't want to be behind scenes anymore because I won this award and no one knew, but it's special to me. But I want everybody to know so that could be a motivation.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to that. Yes. And I'm sure 2024 you'll have a platinum one.
I know. Let's knock on wood.
Is there anything you would like to say to the audience?
Yeah, so everyone feel free to follow me at Frost Cosmetics and at the Lakeisha Lemons. I am always on social media listening and paying attention to what people say and do to a certain degree. um, Follow me and just learn my history. I want you to go down in history with me. So I want you to just know me.
Mm,
So always do. And
I
then
love it.
tune into my radio show, The Beauty Wealth. It will be airing on iHeart platform every Saturday. Follow me at Frost Cosmetics so you can actually have the link and tune in.
That's right. Okay. Well, thank you so much, ma'am. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment to view all our episodes here at In the Know 360. We are on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I believe Google Play, and some other platforms.
Everywhere.
Right. And don't forget to subscribe to Takeover and The Firm as well, Rebuild Your Laugh, and Sync Nation Magazine. Shout out to them for getting our beautiful magazines out here. And let's continue to support the Unity for Social Justice. Let's free Masayo and others that need our support. And this has been a broadcast of showing love full circle between NNO 360 and Frost Cosmetics, Miss Lakeisha Lemons.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you, you guys.
Thank
And then, too, if you want to reach out to me, too, for any type of questions, any concerns, at Frost Cosmetics everywhere. And then my email is frostcosmetics@me.com.
Yay! And Mr.
Thank you.
Korea Gray, thank you, Miss Gray. The
Bye,
firm.
everyone.
Have a good day.
You too.
Salute. Thank you.